Hello, everybody. My name is Afro DX, and it's time for another exciting chapter of One Piece. Christina isn't here, able to be here with me today, and that's not her fault. It's because TCB scans didn't come out with the chapter until this morning. So they came out with it kind of late. I wasn't able to write up a script yesterday. So, and she kind of needs to operate off a script. So that is totally fine. She's doing awesome. I'm doing awesome. But I am going to be doing one-man manga today. So let's hop right into it. Today I'm going to be live reading and reviewing One Piece chapter 1107, which is titled "I've Been Looking for You." So I actually switched my accounts to different accounts that aren't connected to Grand Line Review or BDA Law because people were saying this was a really big chapter and I did not want to get spoiled for it at all. So I know absolutely nothing. I'm going into this completely blind. Let us begin. One Piece, chapter 1107. I've been looking for you. Cover request. Beppo feels awkward after seeing Law napping with a snow leopard. Okay, I'm fully convinced that now that the cover story is what is it? Slightly influencing the main story. Because I mean, from what I've heard, this is a Blackbeard chapter, so it makes sense for Beppo and Law to be on the cover. Anyways, no Oda's notes for this week. Interesting. All right. We start off with the giant warrior pirates. Oyemo, Kashi, take the others and swing around the sides. Sink any ship you see, and watch out for those cannons. Roger that, Captain. Oobaba. All right, you bastards, let's go. Countless members of their old crew have also been spotted. What do they want? The fabled giant warrior pirates are here. Where have they been all these years? We got confirmed sightings of both Bragi the Red Ogre and Dory the Blue Ogre. The giant pirates have made landfall. Blast them to smithereens. My masters! But what are they doing here? Master Brogy, Master Dory! I can see Oimo and Kashi, too. I bet they went to Little Garden to pick up their leaders. Oimo, Kashi! That's gotta be it, man. I was worried. I thought we might not see them in Elbaf. A refresher on the giant warrior pirates. Long ago, the world was terrorized by the formidable group led by co-captains Dory and Bragi. Their crew would disband after they got into a certain quarrel. Luffy and the gang helped them out when their century-long duel was interrupted. Later on, while storming a different island, they would encounter and befriend Oimo and Kashi, a pair of giants who set out to check on their captains. Looks like they're really giving it to those Marines. I can't believe y'all know each other. They must have come running after hearing the news. Huh? How's that possible? The Navy marshaled a ton of manpower for this operation. It's no wonder it'd make the papers, but I reckon the headlines must be painting them in a good light. So this is big news already, huh? I guess that makes sense. They didn't come here to wage war. They came to help us. Get out of here. We gotta hurry and finish our prep. Dedo. Ah, gotcha. Nami-san, it's Brooke. Brooke, where are you? Close. Very close, but we won't be able to stop for tea. We need to stop. If we fly off the edge, we'll be fried by the barrier. Hello, this is Lilith. This numbskull really is brainless. We can't afford to dilly-dally, so pay attention. Sounds like they're getting fired up. We need to be ready to leave at a moment's notice. This isn't the time to be picking fights, Zorro. Ting! You're pretty tough, but I'm in a hurry. It's time to wrap this up. Only the winner gets to talk like that, Rodanoa. Your crew's waiting for you, right? You're just a burden at this point. Those fools will never make it if they can't cut off the arm to save the body. Giving up now would be doing them a favor. Waiting for a corpse is pointless after all. It almost sounds like you think you're the one in control of this fight, Rob Lucci. Boo. Damage report. Roughly 30 of our small to medium-sized ships have been sunk with no signs of it stopping. Pull back all smaller vessels and lead with the battleships. We can't afford to leave an opening. Yes, sir. Vice Admiral Red King, this is a pitiful sight. To think we Marines have to fire on our own weapons. Hey, Bonnie! What's with the waterworks? Why wouldn't I be crying, you idiot? I've been looking for you for so long. Huh? But I've been here the whole time. Sure, but I didn't know you were Nika. Nika, what's that? Oh, yeah, what's the deal with the flimsy punch you tried to throw earlier? I was going for a big rubbery attack like you. If it's so flimsy, why don't you show me how it's done? Give that old windbag a good one for Vegapunk, then we can get out of here. What the heck, Vegapunk? None of you filthy cockroaches have a right to live now. You're wrong. All right, Bonnie, sounds like a plan. For the record, this is how you punch. Ding! You're gonna pay for hurting my friends. Gum Gum! Booming Dog Gatling! Damn! Holy crap, Luffy just tanked St. J. Garcia Saturn trying to psychically explode his head. Luffy is confirmed resistant to psychic damage. You're gonna have to use those legs if you want to get out of here, Bonnie. The hover function should still work while we're on the island. Let's go, Vegapunk. Go on without me, Bonnie. I've been a doctor for long enough to know that if I move now, I'll die. What? You'll be dead either way. This is it. Pushing, and Sanji blocks a Kizaru laser. Sanji blocks a Kizaru laser. That face, Kizaru's face, he cannot believe it. What the hell? That was a freaking laser. Light doesn't hold a candle to love. Yeah, no, Kizaru just, he lost his mind because Sanji just blocked a light speed attack with his foot. If that's true, they'll have to scrap the physics books and start from scratch. Let's go to the Northeast Port. Well, I'm in a real pickle now. They'll expect me to at least bring back your heads after all this. You better start drafting an apology letter for them then. Crumble. Stip. Well. It's not every day you see one of the 5 elders down in the dirt. Katarina Devon. My, look at you. Just what kind of delicious power do you have? Moo. To think an elder would come down to the surface and bless us with his presence. It's unheard of. But it sure made our job a hell of a lot easier. Tap. Mission complete. What business do you have here? Blackbeard Pirates, third ship captain Van Auger of the Warp Fruit, and Blackbeard Pirates, sixth ship captain Katarina Devon of the Dog Fruit model Nine-Tailed Fox. Katarina Devon, I'm surprised a level 6 escapee like you would choose the life of a subordinate. Okay. So, definitively, what kind of voice should I go for with Katarina? I'm guessing Roz from, like, Monsters, Inc. Teach is special, as is his lineage. Ah, so you know about that. Your crew is always up to something. What do you hope to get out of these stunts? The world. The world. Pop. Wow. Okay, that's scary. Katarina Devon just stole the likeness of St. J. Garcia Saturn, so Blackbeard's crew can now imitate one of the Gorosei, and if her devil fruit has awakened, she can probably, like, use his devil fruit power now. Let's be off then. We're still on the island. Couldn't you have warped us any further? I haven't mastered it yet. Wait. Wait. Hold on a second, please. Supersonic Van Auger. Maiden Hunter Katarina Devon. I never thought we'd meet in a place like this. I'm a pirate like you. My name's Caribou. I've been looking for you guys for ever. Oh, sorry. I meant to say forever. I set sail because I wanted to be a great man, just like him. He's my idol, my hero. I've always dreamed of being a lackey on Commodore Teach's crew. It's all I've ever wished for. Please take me to meet him. Front cover and color spread next issue. Wow. Wow. So, so much revealed. So much revealed in this chapter. All right. Hey, we got Trixie and Maheda in the house here, saying, looks like Usopp going to be relevant again for sure. Disappointed that it wasn't the Straw Hat Grand Fleet. Still excellent voice acting. Thank you. I do have like half a nose stuffed up today. I'm not sick or anything, but probably allergies. So some of the voices are harder. The attack may not have affected on one strong will. Yeah, I mean, Luffy's kind of radiating Conqueror's Haki right now, in Gear 5th, so... But I mean, you did see that panel, like, blood did come from Luffy, so that did do damage to Gear 5th. It's crazy. Kizaru Shock is a good thing. So Sanji can block a top tier attack. Yeah. So yeah, Sanji stock's going up now. Sanji stock is going up because he just blocked a light speed attack. I actually had a conversation on, and I feel like this chapter really confirms what my thinking has been, which is that Kizaru has always been light speed. He is now taking this fight seriously, even though in the rest of the series he has not been taking things seriously. I just had a big conversation with people online earlier this week. There are actually people out there, at least one person I know of, who claim that Kizaru is not light speed. I don't know how you can claim that Kizaru isn't light speed when he is literally made out of light. This guy's reasoning was that when Kizaru's body is solid matter, it has to the solid matter has to rotate around the light, and so the light can't be light speed. And I call BS on that, mostly because we do know that Kizaru can make his body light without it being shown, or Kizaru can become intangible without it being shown that he's turning into bright light. And yeah, so a couple of people out there saying Kizaru isn't light speed, but I mean, no matter what I say on the internet, everybody's going to say that I'm wrong in some capacity. Some people are arguing, oh, he's light speed, but he's holding back, or he's not light speed, or one of the things I was saying was when he awakens, maybe he's going to be light speed. But no, this chapter really confirms and plants it firmly, due to the reactions of people, that Kizaru is light speed. Sanji just blocked a light speed attack, which means that Sanji is now at light speed, which is extremely impressive. And honestly, this is already proved earlier with like Stealth Black, and when he was about to beat Queen, that he was so fast that he couldn't even be seen. But this really confirms Sanji being light speed. But I will say, if Kizaru awakens his Logia Devil Fruit, which I don't know how that's going to look, but if Kizaru awakens the Light Fruit, he will be able to speed blitz entire islands. And I think for the beginning of the series, especially, he was holding back, especially on Sabati, just because he knows how much damage he can really do. Luffy and Sanji versus Kizaru, showing how much of a threat taking on Kizaru is going to be. Yeah, I really think the number one reason they showed Zoro versus Rob Lucci was so they could also juxtapose. So usually in fights, in big fights, Luffy teams up with Zoro. Luffy and Zoro, like, number two people. Now this is going to be exciting because we're going to see a fight with Luffy teaming up with Sanji, which is going to be really, really exciting. And I mean, when they first fought the Pacifista, all three of them had to team up. Luffy, Sanji, and Zoro had to team up. And honestly, I'm hoping we get to see a Gear 5th and Ifrit Jamb combo attack. That would be really cool. But it was, to be honest, it was awesome. It was awesome seeing Luffy just blow away Saint J. That was good. Like, it's not as good as the Kuma punch, and you know what punch I'm talking about. It wasn't as good as the Kuma punch, but this was a good hit. And I love that. I love his attitude of just like, I don't know what's going on right now. And Bonnie's like, dude, like punch the bad guy. Do what you do. Do what you were supposed to do. And like, or even as a suggestion, it's just, hey, why don't you punch this guy that's doing all the bad stuff? That might be a good idea right now. It's what is interesting, and something in this chapter that kind of breaks some of my theories, which it's kind of on the line, but Luffy doesn't know who Nika is. Um, so I mean that almost breaks one of my theories. Um, although it also kind of doesn't, because my theory of Nika kind of being a split personality for Luffy, um, it it still works. I mean, even if someone has dissociative identity disorder, or what used to be called multiple personality disorder, sometimes they'd have no idea that there's another split personality in their body. So that theory still stands. She's still his appreciate, which means she can sneak it on the Holy Land easily now. Or she's still his appearance, which means she can sneak on the Holy Land easily now. Blackbeard just shows how much of an intelligent man he is. Truly, truly. Um, pretty much everyone in the theories was right. The Blackbeard ship did have Katarina Devon on it. It also had Van Auger, which means that there is the high possibility that Kuzan is also on the nearby Blackbeard ship, which could be interesting to see, especially during their desire to escape. It was also confirmed the limits of Van Auger's ability currently. He could warp from about the center of the island to almost the coast of the island. I'm guessing this is not the coast of the Marines on it, so I'm guessing he's probably jumping, I'd say, a good 3/4 of a mile, something like that. Maybe even like 3 to 5 miles. I don't know how big Egghead Island is, but just guessing based on regular islands. But Van Auger does have a limit, so I'm guessing his limit is he can't jump across the ocean, or he has. I'm guessing his warp fruit ability works on like a smaller scale, a smaller scale version of Kuma's pawpaw fruit teleport, because Kuma's pawpaw fruit can send you anywhere, and during the time skip, the Straw Hats were flying for canonically 3 days inside the paw bubbles. And so I think Van Auger's warp fruit works on a smaller scale than Kuma's. This is great. This is great. There's so much to talk about in this. But yeah, that is very true. So Katarina Devon now has St. J. Garcia Saturn's appearance, which means that officially now Blackbeard's crew can infiltrate the world government and start tearing it down from the inside, which is both good and bad, because it. So Garcia Saturn asks, "What do you and your crew want?" And Van Auger responds, "The world," which pretty much means that Blackbeard's goal isn't to be like king of the pirates. He has the same dream as Rox D. Zebek, which is he wants to rule the entire world. Which it does kind of it does kind of fuel my theory. Well, that theory is kind of broken, but I had a loose fringe theory that maybe Blackbeard was actually Rox D. Zebek, and that Rox like faked his own death, and then like redid his face or something like that, and became Blackbeard, or Edward Thatch. or Teach, sorry, Edward Teach. But maybe it's a thing of like maybe Teach is like Roxy Zebek's son, or something like that. But yeah, this raises a lot of questions. But um, yeah, and it was really cool because now One Piece technically has a JoJo reference in it with Van Auger saying Zawaldo. Um, but yeah, so it really does look like Blackbeard is going to like. It looks like Blackbeard has pretty much two different teams. Um, he has his main crew of like Doc Q, Stronger, Burgess, probably Kuzan himself, and that is his Eradicate All Pirates team. Then he has Van Auger, and Van Auger kind of goes back and forth between the two teams, but then he has Van Auger, Katarina Devon. San Juan Wolf is probably on like the power team, but Katarina Devon and Van Auger are definitely on a team that is like your role is invade the world government and take over the world government, because then Blackbeard will run both sides. He can be king of the pirates, and he can also be he can also be a ruler in the world government. There is even the possibility that Blackbeard's plan is to become king of the pirates and become a celestial dragon at the same time, which would be absolutely wild. Drexer says Kizaru has always been light speed. It's just only people who can react to him needs at least observation haki to understand his movements. So yeah, you need advanced observation haki to be able to perceive and react to Kizaru's movements. That is actually good, and that's something that didn't come up in the conversation in the comments the other day. Was Kizaru being light speed, but advanced Conqueror's Haki users are able to perceive and react to him, and that's why when he attacked the supernovas, like Diaz Drake, X Drake, was not able to even recognize that anything was coming before he was hit, and neither was Basil Hawkins. And that was at a time when nobody had observation haki. But yeah. So, I mean, that also confirms Sanji having advanced observation haki. So, I mean, that's 2 out of 3. Sanji just needs Conqueror's haki now, and he good. He in the bag. In fact, if Sanji got Conqueror's Haki, he'd probably be over Jinbei. He'd probably be over Jinbei. Those people who say about Kizaru's speed are crazy. They indeed are. All right. And Sanji's reaction has to be comparable to light speed to make contact, even if he has observation Haki. That is true. Even with observation haki, he does have to be able to move light speed to stop a light speed attack. Kuma Punch was great. Yes, the Kuma Punch will be forever one of the greatest moments in not only One Piece, but I'd say in manga and anime history. And I really hope they milk that punch for all it's worth in the anime, and I honestly hope that punch like turns the animation back to the manga, because that would be really cool. I hope that punch does the same thing that Luffy's punch on St. Charlos did, where everything went back to just a pencil drawing. That was super awesome. Well, that is all to really talk about, to really cover today. Some big things happening in the series. Trickster says this 2v1 needs to be shown. Yeah, you're talking about Luffy and Sanji versus Kizaru for sure. That's gonna be really really good. Um, but yeah, so many things happening in this chapter. Oda's really just pulling everything out of the bag now. Um, he's dropping like if you had told me when I was reading One Piece even 5 years ago that there would be a chapter with the return, the real return of Dorian Bragi, involving the Blackbeard pirates, involving the Gorosei, and Sanji would be able to block an attack from Kizaru, I would have laughed in your face. I would have been like, Oda would never put that many Oda wouldn't put that much candy into one chapter, and here it is. Oda literally just giving us lore candy in the entire chapter. In fact, like we should call this chapter 1107. We should call it Candy Piece because it literally was Oda just handing over a bag of One Piece candy to all the fans. So thank you, Oda. And also, Liam actually brought this up. Liam, he's the guy who is the host of Grand Line Review. But he actually brought this up in a video. But thank you to the editors. Thank you to Oda's editors because you guys do a lot of the work, and I'm sure you're making sure that the story is absolutely the most enjoyable that it possibly can be. So not only thank you to Oda, but thank you to Oda's editors. You deserve a lot of recognition and respect. But that is all for today. This is a tale of pirates, powers, and the quest to be the king of them all. Stay tuned for the next piece of One Piece. To be continued.